Alright. Alright. Okay. I guess I stole this from Simmons. Alright, so hi everyone. This is my project, Violating Policies for Education, Coding Chess, Closet Edition. So, everyone here, oh shoot, this is off. Everyone here knows about chess. Everyone here has probably played a chess game during this period, right? Yeah. Wonderful thing, wonderful thing. A wonderful game that Mr. Christensen definitely likes us doing during the entirety of CS3. So, I decided to make my project to create a program that can interpret chess moves on a web page and respond automatically. Basically, I'm making a chess bot, but like even worse. All right, so the first thing is I definitely did this entire project over the course of RC4, and definitely not in the course of 3 days. So there were definitely no issues of procrastination whatsoever. I definitely didn't also try to attempt other people's projects. Stray kids. And so, let's get into the attempts of actually trying to do this. So, actually coding the engine was not too hard, but the big issue was actually trying to interpret the moves on the chessboard. So, my first idea was to go for web scraping, so going through HTML and trying to use inspect element or something like that. So, it's the logical way, where we can use algorithms and libraries such as Beautiful Soup 4 or the request. So I can actually give a demonstration right now. This isn't going to be as cool as the one that I did last semester, but if I go here and I'm just going to go through, I think it's computer. This is going to take a while, good luck. And so if I choose this, there's a lot of ways of actually trying to get the moves off of here, right? First of all, I can go through the inspect element, if this will work. I can go through inspect element, and there is a set of classes which determines the position of every single piece along with the piece. So I could technically query for all of these by either saving the HTML file using this, or by just going through inspect element manually. However, this doesn't allow me to check for castling, en passant, anything like that. That doesn't work out. There's another way where I can technically highlight here. I can highlight through these, go into a Google Docs, and this will paste the actual moves. This doesn't work in an actual game though. This is only possible if I'm playing against a computer or doing a private match. If I'm actually playing an online match, it doesn't work anymore. So these approaches are out of the box. And in the end, this won't work, again, because of the casting stuff, and also because HTML pages take too long to download, and so processing time will take a lot longer, and I also need to query for everything. And so in the end, I decided to scrap this over something even better, which is actually using something known as PyAutoGUI. And what this does is it's able to click on the screen, it's able to look at the screen, and if you give it a screenshot, it's able to search for that screenshot on the screen. So technically, if I put in an image, I could get the position of that image. And so my goal was now to use image recognition, make reference images, and then try and search for the chess pieces. So I did this in multiple ways. The first way was actually hand generating all the chessboard pieces. And there's a program on here. I can show it if you guys want. And this does work, but when I'm actually searching for it, if your screenshot is too big or too small or it's in the incorrect size, this approach won't work. It won't be able to scan it because it's differently sized. Instead, I had to automate the screenshots by putting it through a custom board and having it go through a calibration sequence. I'll show it later when I demonstrate. And so I spent a lot of time just working on this, and you can actually see the moment that I got the reference image working, if the sound will play. The sound isn't connected. This is gonna sound horrible. Yeah, if you look at the time, you can see that I had a great time working on this project. So this is the original formatting, by the way. I don't think there's sound right now. That's fine. You're right. All right. Let's go through this again. And so wait for it to load. And again, this doesn't work because the screen, or at least the image, might be a different size than the actual image on the chessboard. So it might not actually work, but you can see, if you can hear properly, my moment of joy and my moment of very colorful language as well.
Oh.
You can tell I'm very awake right now at 1:22 a.m. What's the date? May 14th. Wonderful. Anyways, moving on to the next part. Alright, I kind of just outed myself. In this project, PyAutoGUI was probably my guardian angel, right? It did everything. 90% of the code uses PyAutoGUI, except for the other part that doesn't use it. And again, this can click on the screen, this can take screenshots, it can interpret screenshots. And so all the processing between actually getting the input on the board and actually moving the board as well was done with PyAutoGUI. For the actual engine, of course, I use Stockfish, very well-known engine, not that one, this one. And so this also took a long time to get running, but after a lot of just trial and error and hours and hours and hours of just continuous coding, I finally got something working. And this is live audio again.
Now,
This is me on call with Karen.
here, I can look at this. I'm gonna run the program. I don't know if you just said it right. Let me reply with the
Oh.
move.
You actually, oh my god.
Look at it. Look at it.
How did you?
And look at this. Okay, let's say you
Oh
go
my-
there, right? Look. It's all I ever wanted.
Yeah, so this is basically all I ever wanted, right? This is basically the culmination of everything that I've done for like the past quarter, yeah. And so the problem right now is there's a lot of bugs. That the reason why I didn't show that entire video segment is because part of the code doesn't work. There's a lot of big, not big, there's so many small bugs that I'm not gonna mention. There's like coordinates, animations, and so many different dumb things that went wrong, and I just had to continuously fix them. And one of the bigger issues is, what about different screens? What if you have multiple screens? What if you have different aspect ratios? I originally coded this with my on my desktop, which has a monitor that's 2560 by 1440. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure this laptop and every single computer in here has 1920 by 1080 for its resolution. What if you're on a different resolution laptop? What if you're using a different browser? Did you see how minor that was? Look at this. This sucks. Look at this. This is so minor. And what's even worse, look at the analysis board. And now look at the game board. Why are they different? What is the reasoning for making these different? And also, what if you have a different chess skin? And what if you have the entire thing minimized because you're looking at your Stray Kids fanfiction? That's when you need calibration. So after adding on and making my entire base program, I decided to add an extra separate calibration program. So what it will do is, after inputting a custom board, it's able, and taking a screenshot, it's able to locate every single piece, take a picture of every single piece. Remember that screenshot thing? That's what that's for. And it's able to basically calibrate your computer and the chess program. And so I'm going to give a demonstration now. We have our wonderful guest here, Will. Say hi to Will.
Hi.
Yeah, okay, so let's go here. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention something. Thank you, Crichton, by the way, for lending me his laptop. I use ChatGPT. I'm not even gonna like deny this. I use ChatGPT, but the thing is, ChatGPT is so bad at its job. Okay, this is barely anything. None of this helps. All of this, I don't think I used any of this code because all of it is so bad. There was like, I spent 2 or 3 hours just trying to figure out why it wasn't able to interpret my text. is because ChatGPT was telling me to run a text OCR on a chessboard image and saying, oh, maybe there's letters on the chessboard. No, there weren't. And so I had to spend so much time just working with it and fighting with ChatGPT, and in the end, I gave up. And so there's that story, but let's give a full demonstration of how this will work, right? So let's say we have a random board, classic with, I don't know, what color do you guys want? Tan? Brown? Walnut. I don't listen to you. Anyways, let's do this, right? So what I'm gonna do is I have my code up here. I'm gonna run my calibration. So highlight this fed. I'm gonna go to setup position, go to here, and now I'm gonna take a screenshot. Windows Shift S. I feel like an old man right now. Here to here. Right. Okay. After taking that screenshot, if it loads, please load. Thank you. Here, I'm gonna save this. I'm just not gonna mind those. Chess here, and let's replace this calibration thing. Right. Usually it doesn't. Jesus Christ. I forgot the volume was up. Sorry about that. But I've replaced the thing. I'm gonna turn down my volume. And we can actually see right now the calibration. It has saved that image. And now what I can do is I can move this to the side, run the program. You see how it's clicking on everything? It's going to click on every piece to take a screenshot of the highlighted move, right? And after that, if we look at all these are actually the screenshots that it just took. It's giving me a square size. I'm just not going to mind that it's 97. If I go back to here, and now let's say I'm playing a chess game, right? So I'm gonna invite a friend. I'm gonna invite our wonderful guest here. With his creative name sense, I'm making this unrated.
Yeah, you do not want to get banned for this.
I'm pretty sure I'm already on track too. So let's scroll up. This is the win condition stuff, and square is 100. Nice. Okay, so now I'm gonna request a game. All right. And so now I can run the program. If it wants to work. Do you want to work? No, you don't. No, why it's not working on? Let's go. There we go. Nice. Okay, so don't mind that auto abort. Now my hands are off. I'm not doing anything. It's just the program, right? Oh, my child. It's working. And so we can see in the corner, we actually have all the movesets. And so what it's doing right now is, once it sees a highlighted piece or a highlighted square, it's going to first check for where the starting square, so the blank square. And it's also going to check the
adversary for trapping his own bishop.
Yes, and so by doing that, we're also able to check what piece was originally on that square, right? And so after that, we can check for that piece's corresponding image on the board. And then once we've found it, we now know the ending position of that piece. By doing so, we're able to generate where the starting position and the ending position of a chess piece is, and by combining them, I now have a move, right? And so if I plug that into Stockfish, I'm able to get a corresponding move, and it's able to return a move, and then I can move my mouse and click on the corresponding areas, right? So we can see that it's just playing out right now.
So does it just copy and paste the board into Stockfish?
Yeah, so it's there's a different module called Python Chess that's able to store an entire board, and you can continue to add moves to it. So by doing so, I can basically I don't need to continuously refresh the board, and I just need to store the move that I've just made.
How does it know when the next move is being made?
When the next move is made,
Yeah.
it's going to check the timer color. So you see how the timer color is grayed out until our wonderful assistant moves?
What if it's red when you're running out of time?
That's also stored here.
Okay.
There's an extra color here for the red time warning.
Wow.
So you can put this in bullet too, technically, right?
Yeah, you can absolutely put this in bullet. right now, in the future, I kind of want to make this available for different platforms. The problem with that is that, or have this full screen at least. The problem with that is that means that the position of the timer is going to change. So if I were to full screen this, I'm not going to full screen this right now. If I were to full screen, the timer moves to the left. If I'm playing on late chess, it's different colors and the timer's on the right. So what I want to do in the future is maybe have the user take a screenshot of the timer as well. So I can see where it is, scan for it, and then locate the corresponding color. But that, I just kind of didn't want to do that because I wanted to stick with chess.com for now. I also want to add more functionalities, like an analysis board. You know how game review is a premium option for chess.com? I want to make that into I want to be able to code that as well. And there's some other small quirks that I want to make, maybe like a UI, stuff like that. But yeah, this is basically my project, and we can just watch as my friend gets absolutely wrecked. Thank you so much for listening.
You gotta see this whole game play out there.
I think it starts breaking when I put promotions and checkmates.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. If, like promotions.
Promotions are I currently have an auto promote to queen, and the opponent I can scan if there was a pawn originally on like e7 or like on a 7 square or a 1 square. If it was, then I can check for the different types of pieces that I can promote to. So rook, bishop, queen, I'm smart knight, and once I scan for them, once I find it, I can just plot that into UCI. That's how promotions work.
So like promoting multiple queens.
Yeah, that would work.
Also, eval is at plus 11, so you're definitely winning. It looks like an attack is just inbound.
Yeah,
very
yeah.
soon.
And so,
Oh yeah, you got that battery there. Oh my god.
this eval isn't actually completely accurate. It is by Stockfish, but it uses a different, I guess it uses a different depth from
Yeah,
chess.com.
it uses a lower depth because otherwise you'd be maxing out your resource
Yeah.
usage.
Oh, and some other thing, you can see how it's saying second or first or third best move? That's because it's trying to avoid like the sportsmanship policy stuff, or fair play policies. Where
You lost your queen.
Oh no, I lost my queen. Anyways, if I were to continuously play the first best move and also play it like, if you've ever seen a Gotham chess video, it's always looking for like best move or second best move, or it's looking at the time, if it's like 3 to 5 seconds every time.
You just threw the game. Eval's at -6.
Yeah, I know, it's wonderful. I love Stockfish. Anyways, that means that because I'm alternating through first and third, and I can change it. I can alternate through second to fifth, like first to 10. I can make it play the worst move every time.
Okay, now what I should bring up, if you want this to win games more consistently, you should probably be checking the eval of each move to make sure that you're not losing too much.
Yeah,
advantage.
yeah. But yeah, that's basically how this program will work. It also supports checkmates, I think. I ran it today, and I hope it worked. And yeah. Do you
Why would
have
not
any other
support
questions?
checkmate if it
Use
was
your game review yet?
Game review? For today?
Yeah, for today.
I think I probably used it at like 3 AM today on accident.
I was gonna say to like use it to see how accurate.
Yeah, see how accurate it is. We can go through analysis later if you guys want. Any others?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, does analysis still show like move quality?
Move call?
Like,
Like if it was a blunder or a mistake. Sorry.
What was your favorite part working on this project?
I think it was like the moment that I saw the payoff. So you saw those 2 moments that I showed?
Is that
Yeah.
a brilliant, Joey?
What?
Was that a brilliant?
That was a brilliant in my part. But about the move type, I think it is able to show it.
Wait, what? What was your least favorite part?
I guess my least favorite part was trying to find the correct use. So remember how I was talking about white screen? My least favorite part was like dealing with all those failures. I started on Friday. I barely started on Friday.
You've been working on it the whole
No, yeah, of course.
Joey, this is cool. Get you into whatever college you want. Put this on your resume.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
This This is my college thesis now.
It's unfortunate. I bet you were expecting this to be an early checkmate and not an endgame.
I can unplug this and have it continue running on. Yeah, well, just resign. I think we're gonna have to wait, Mr. Christensen.
It's so close.
Mr. Christensen, there will be a riot. Please.
It's so close.
Wait, what if the ball runs on time?
We have to get done in time that NHS officers can leave, and they can't leave till everyone's presented, so we just have to factor that in. There's a set of people here.
Yeah, there's like NHS stuff.
Okay, but like,
Okay, how much else are we going to go ahead?
I'm pretty sure it's, again, it's gonna flag it.
Wait, you're interpreting Because that would include checks, captures, and
Yeah, it doesn't go by PGM because PGM takes
Joey, what's stop fishing? Well, you better
No, it does not do
And you can see as well, like you can see like mating. It's like mating 13.
It rarely shows us how to remain in check, not you valve those.
Yeah, if it's too
to make it not throw the game.
Believe, are you black?
Yeah, I'm black.
Joey, you're cold. You good soul.
Oh, wait. Does Word the adversary not know how to make this broken?
I don't.
He doesn't know how to
Wait. It's 15 seconds. He doesn't know.
15, 14, come on, computer. Win this game.
No, that's
Nope. That's how you do it with the lead. That's not how you do it with the rook.
How the hell do you like to do that? You don't know how to do it. Just let the time run.
Make sure you don't draw.
Just cut off the fly. And then you just get it. And then you just get.
Yeah.
And then you just move the spades in front. And then you move the rook. And if the king gets too close, you just move the rook to the other rook.
I know.
Oh, yeah,
And the bot wins on time. Oh my god.
Just realize that.
Yeah, 19 seconds.
And the bot wins on time.
I think the bot might screw itself.
Why is the bot throwing?
The boss sees the 0-0, that's why.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Wait, camera dude.
Joey, how's such a fire?
Joey.